Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Sarah. I make a lot of special effects tutorials, mostly around Halloween time, some beauty tutorials, and a little bit of DIY in between. For today's video, I'm finally tackling a huge problem in my life, and that is my makeup collection. So I wanted to make this into video, one, because I've actually watched quite a few of these like declutter videos and they're quite satisfying to watch, especially seeing how much people have. It makes me feel a little bit better about how much I have. Two, because I knew I would never ever do this unless I filmed it, because that's all I do is I film and I edit. Like literally there is no in between. Maybe if I sleep, maybe. So I thought if I kind of made this into a little bit of a series, Jane Doss, I'm coming for you, then I actually will get this done, which is really nice. Plus, if I'm going to be on camera doing this, I'm going to hold myself more accountable to get rid of certain things than if I just was to do it myself. Like if I was to do it myself, I'd be like, oh yeah, I need this palette. Yeah, I totally need this. When I totally didn't need that. So I've already gone through my stuff. This is just sort of a talk through on what I've done. And I didn't get rid of as much as I would have wanted to. I may end up getting rid of more in case the place I'm trying to put it in doesn't have the space for it. I just want to put a little, I don't even want to call it a disclaimer exactly, but I just want to put a little like preface on this, is that I am not a beauty guru. I'm not a beauty influencer. I buy all my products myself. I'm not saying that other why can't I say this? I'm not saying that beauty influencers or beauty gurus don't purchase palettes or don't purchase whatever themselves, but a lot of it gets sent to them in PR. And a lot of the time, that's exactly what they are throwing away or donating. My makeup products I've bought myself. So all of them have been purchased with my own money. So they're a little bit hard to get rid of because I know that I've actually purchased them. And it's my hard-earned money going into each and every single piece of makeup that I have. On a separate note though, I do have to hold myself accountable because I have far too much makeup and I have very limited space, and I honestly need to stop buying the makeup, but this probably won't make me stop buying the makeup. It'll just kind of create less clutter. So as I said, I am putting this into a separate series kind of thing because I have way too much makeup to do it all at once. So today's makeup is my eyeshadow palettes. This is going to be any palettes from highlighting palettes, which I didn't know I had so many of, eyeshadow palettes, etc, etc, etc. Any kind of palette that's going to be thought of in today's video is going to be decluttered. And then I think I'm just going to continue this on with, like, I'm just looking around my room right now at what I have. I'm going to be going through my eyeliners as well, and probably like concealers or like complexion enhancing something. So concealers, foundations, which I don't even wear, but like that's a whole other topic in itself. Single eyeshadows. We're just gonna try to go with it, get as much done as possible. The first start to the video is me just showing you exactly where I have everything. My first sum of storage is an Alex 9 drawers. I have the Alex 9 drawers just like every beauty guru and every beauty influencer probably on YouTube has ever had in their entire life. It's like the first thing. It's like your little stepping stone into the beauty industry is the Alex 9 drawer. But the ones from IKEA, I just have those ones, but it ended up overflowing from those ones into, I don't even know what to call them. They're just like little plastic bins almost. I have two of them, one's for my wigs and then one's for my makeup, which you will have seen or be seeing. And the one that I use for my makeup is unfortunately the one that does not roll. So I really have to transfer some of the makeup out of there because originally it was used because I'm popular. Because originally it was just being used to basically hold my tripod, so it was like within my specs, within my like sight range. Basically how retail works for making sure that kids buy the candy. They put it on the bottom row and then adults buy all the adult stuff and they put it right in their eyesight. That's what it is, eyesight. Okay, got it. But now since like 2 years ago Christmas, I have a tripod with a built-in light, so I use that instead. So now I've just kind of like accumulated more makeup and just started putting it into that drawer. But I've also started putting it on top because I ran out of room in that drawer too. Palettes are like my biggest thing right now because they are very bulky and I have quite a few of them. So without further ado, through this long ass intro, let's get started, shall we? See you soon. Alright, so to get started, this is what I have all of my makeup in. Yes, it is just the Alex 9 drawers. As always, like every beauty guru or every beauty influencer, if you have a lot of makeup in your possession, you probably have owned this sometime in your life. However, I own all of these, and then I've carried it on into a secondary portion because I just ran out of room completely. And this guy here, he was never actually supposed to be for my makeup. He was literally bought basically just to have my tripod on for when I was filming, but that's navigated to a whole other situation because I can't even move this one. Can't move it because I have too much makeup in it. So that's where today's video begins. However, with that being said, we are just purely focusing on makeup palettes. So we are tackling this guy, this guy, and then some up here. Because I have run out of room both in here, in there, and then I have started putting it up here. So that's where I'm at. Let's get started. Yeah! So the general basis of what I'm going to be doing here is going through and creating 3 piles, hopefully get it down to 2, but probably 3 for now, because your girl has a problem with hoarding. So the first pile is going to be definitely keep, the second pile is going to be my maybe pile because, again, I am a hoarder and I just don't know how to let go. And third pile is either going to be donate, give to friends, or you guys will see the next one, depending on how many things I get in this entire series. I also have my phone on me so I can check up if whatever brand I'm looking at is cruelty-free. The site that I'm going off of for knowing which one is going to be cruelty-free or not, if I don't just know it off the top of my head, is going to be called Cruelty Free Kitty. I don't know how accurate this is, so if I do end up choosing any brands that aren't cruelty-free, then I hope one of you guys will let me know, maybe, possibly, or I'll do some more research on it potentially. That's also going to be in the maybe pile if I don't fully know and maybe if it doesn't show on here. It shows the majority of products that I have, so let's see. Let's go! Oh my god. Okay, so the first palette I am pulling out is going to be one that I'm going to be keeping, as this was my first palette ever, literally, and these are absolutely beautiful. You can tell that this palette is pretty well loved. Granted, I haven't used it in a while, but it is my first palette, like I said, and some of the colors here I actually remember being really nice. Yeah, like, that is gorgeous. Wipe it on my carpet, because what else are you gonna do? You know, what else are you gonna do while you're right around all your makeup stuff? Maybe a makeup wipe, Sarah. Maybe a makeup wipe. So this one is a definitely yes, especially because, like, you open it up, and the butterfly actually flaps its wings. Oh. You can't really tell, but it does flap its wings. I think that is the actual coolest, so it's mine and I'm keeping it. Next up is another Urban Decay. This is the Full Spectrum palette. I think this might have been actually the second palette I ever bought. I think I wanted more like rainbow shades to be like trendy and stuff. So I did get this one. I think I maybe dipped in like 5 or 6 colors and that's literally it. And I honestly probably have like 1,000 other palettes that have the exact same colors. So I'm going to get this way. Not doing too bad. 1 for 1. I say that right away. This palette literally still has a plastic on it. I have not used it at all, so I'm keeping it. Plus, it is NYX. My god, okay. So this one right here, it is called the Real Colors Everlasting Brights palette. This one was probably the 3rd or 4th palette I ever bought in my life. It is the crappiest palette probably ever. The shades themselves are honestly kind of terrible. Like, you can't even see those. I purchased this from Sally Beauty Supply, and that alone should tell you the quality of it. So this one is leaving. Next up, oh, okay. Next up is Urban Decay, which is the electric palette. I don't even think I actually need to say too much about this because it's the electric palette. Everybody loves it, and it's not going anywhere. Well, I mean, it
walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would...
It went somewhere. It got discontinued. It was ahead of its time and it got discontinued. But it's not going anywhere because it got discontinued. Next is e.l.f. If I can open it. Oh, baby. Okay. So again, this is one that I literally haven't even touched. So far, all I'm basically keeping is all of my rainbow palettes, which I'm not mad at. I just need to chill a little bit. Next is NYX. The Ultimate Brights palette. Obviously keeping this because it is beautiful. Literally, all I'm keeping is my rainbow palettes. I let go of rainbow palette. Don't judge me. Okay, so here's a Too Faced. Ooh, Too Faced. Too Faced Cosmetics is currently a cruelty-free brand. Perfect. And this one, oh, it smells like peanut butter. And it's a neutral palette, so I gotta keep at least one of those, right? I'm doing awful at this. I'm so sorry. Okay, but here's another one of the Real Colors. This is the classic one, which looks absolutely treacherous. I'm so sorry you guys had to see that. I'm not keeping that. Okay, here is the Zodiac palette, which I feel like this is going to be in the maybe pile until later, because I have a problem with ColourPop. Too Faced again, Sweet Peach. It's like, if your palette smells good, that automatically makes me want to keep you because I love smells. Yep, we're keeping that one. I swear I'll be better, I swear. Okay, so here is Jeffree Star. So one of these is the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette and the other one is not. Okay, so this is the dupe and this is the non-dupe. But you can completely tell which one's which because this one says Rice Bitch and this one says Rich Bitch. Also pigmentation. If you guys want to see that video, I will link it in the down bar below, but as I will no longer be obviously supporting a knockoff, this one is going away. And obviously because it's Jeffree Star and it's a Beauty Killer palette, I'm keeping that one. Blacklight, It's actually really beautiful. This is by BH Cosmetics. It's a Blacklight highlighting 6-color palette. I don't wear highlighter all that much at all, so I'm going to put this in the maybe pile just in case I do need any highlighters. I want to have at least like one highlighter palette, but if I run into any other palettes of mine that are going to be a highlighter palette, then I will probably give that away. Okay. The NYX Ultimate in Sugar High. These are always the hardest. Oh. Wow, Sarah. Wow. Okay, so I haven't even opened this yet. Literally still has a sticker on it. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile because I might just give it away to a women's shelter because it's completely untouched. But it's also NYX and I love me some NYX. But I don't really wear neutrals all that much. We'll see. Here is Shayla and ColourPop's Perception palette. Ooh. See, and this is where this comes in because I love ColourPop and I always have this problem where I buy palettes for like 1 or 2 colors and then I keep palettes for that and I never use each of those 2 colors. Like for this one, those are all beautiful shades. Like Sassy, I've never seen a brown base with any kind of dual chromatic. Same with IE, that's a beautiful tone as well. And then T4, my god, that's beautiful. Like, this is a problem with ColourPop. Is they come out with such amazing shades and then it's like you have to keep the entire palette and then you become a hoarder like me. I'll probably, you know what? I am a Taurus and that Taurus color is a very not me color, so I'm going to get rid of the Zodiac. My first ColourPop throwaway, it's gone and I'm keeping Perception. Made it this far into the video? Hey, hi, hello. Oh yeah, okay, so we're keeping that because that is, I love the moody color. There aren't many fast forwards to my voice, so you should probably appreciate it while you have it. Is it ironic that I told you that in my voice? I love you so, Mochi. I have literally never actually used these. But they're also such cool consistency. Such a cool consistency? Yeah, such a cool consistency. Well, maybe that. Well, maybe it. Oh, my baby. The Pastel Goth palette. Kat Von D is cruelty free and she does have a vegan brand, but I'm gonna put this in the maybe for now. I'll decide later. Let me live my life. Oh, wow. Okay. I have 2 I Love You So Mochi. So, I'm going to definitely say goodbye to one, maybe keep the other, not sure yet. And here, again, Alchemy. These are freaking beautiful. I might keep this around just to be able to dupe it out until I can get something else. On to the next. Would you guys rather hear music or a voiceover during this? It wouldn't be a correct voiceover, so yes, cue the music. So this is one of those ones that I don't know what to do with because they are beautiful highlighter shades. I didn't even know I had this many highlighting palettes, to be honest. But this was a gift, so I want to keep it. But I don't know if it's cruelty free. I don't know what TC Cosmetics even is. I may do a search on that later and then I have 2 of these palettes waiting to see what they are. The ColourPop Yes Please palette. It's one of the only neutrals with warm tones that I've used, so I'm going to keep that one. No, I need both. I need the yellow. Damn it. Does the balm test on animals? Although they are not certified by PETA or the Leaping Bunny, the balm does not test on animals and they're a cruelty-free company. Let's put maybe. See, like this one right here, like, it's absolutely trashed. Completely through and through, but like, it's called Balm Jovi, so like, I have to keep it. Like, if you had a brand and it was called The Balm and you didn't call it Balm Jovi, I'm judging you. And if I don't keep a palette called Balm Jovi, I'm judging me. Or like Balm Voyage. Which, I mean, it's still a really pretty palette, so I think I might keep it again, just for like, the pun. Ugh, My Little Pony. Honestly, maybe, but probably not. Oh, here's another elf. See, like, these are all completely neutrals, so I think maybe. There's a lot in the maybe palette right now. I'm indecisive, okay? Oh, here's another one of the NYX Ultimate. This one's actually used, so I've already used this one, haven't used this one, so I'm gonna be donating this guy. The Good Sport palette. Ooh. Oh my god. Honestly, slightly lackluster now. I mean, I know I used to love it, but it's slightly lackluster. Ugh. Okay. So here's one of my books, because I read. Here's the Wizardry and Witchcraft. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. I'm definitely keeping this, if not just to be able to actually put it on a shelf and kind of look a little bit smarter than I am, but also because it looks freaking cool and I love it. The Venus palette, which I still have not used. There's so many palettes that I buy because I have a problem that I do not use. Then there's like this guy right here, which is the Be Mine. It's one of their Valentine's Day specials, which I think I might end up cheating a little bit and getting rid of, but really just like depotting them, putting them in as a single shadow. Shh. And then they have the Marisol palette. See, I look at these guys and I'm like, you guys look so similar, I could probably just keep the one of you. And I'm like, you have more shades, so I probably want to keep you. And this guy gets me. Those are beautiful shades. They're beautiful. And ColourPop knows this. Like, ColourPop has to know. All they've got to do is put one really nice color in a palette. And they know that people are going to keep it for that one color. I'm on to you, ColourPop. Like, I'm over here thinking, if one of you guys out there, anybody out there, anybody at all, if you know how to depot these in like a non-scary way, like not any power tools or anything like that, please let me know, because I would love to just depot this for this guy right here and then get rid of the palette and not have to deal with the palette. But because of that color, that one stupid color, Motel, I have to keep the palette. And that, you see, is a hoarder's mentality. That rhymed. Honestly, kind of lackluster. You're not even supposed to be here. You're not a palette. We will get to lip colors later. We're almost done, guys. If you've even actually made it this far. Oh, God. So the next few palettes are kind of complicated in the way that I don't have the packaging for them. You guys will see what I mean. So I've got this one. This again is the Ultimate Brights palette, which is absolutely trash. Don't even ask questions, it is absolutely trash, so I'm going to be giving that away. AKA probably just using that in another video that you guys don't know about yet, but you will. Oh, you will. But then I have like this one, which is the Warm Neutrals. Though I think I do already have enough neutrals, so I don't think I need this. But it's also NYX. Like, I have enough. We gotta let it go. And then there's the Cool Neutrals, which have really nice colors, but all of these are either trashed. Like, the only one I really like out of these ones is this one. And it almost has like the ColourPop aspect to it. And I've already got that ColourPop. Actually, did I just... Oh, that is almost a dupe. So fun fact in case anyone's curious, although it doesn't say any of the names, Sassy from the Perception palette is a dupe for this guy right here from the Cool Neutrals palette. Like, almost to a T. My hands are disgusting, and so is this makeup wipe. which I think I'm going to keep the Perception palette now because the only color I liked out of that one is in here. This one is the Handbook for the Recently Deceased. Never used. I'm going to be using this in a Halloween makeup tutorial, so stay tuned for that in like months and months and months. You know what's funny? When I first swatched the first one I did, which was the Sassy from the Perception palette, I literally said, I've never seen any shadow like this, with the brown on the base and then like a dual chromatic green or blue, and so far I found two almost exactly like that. The one in the Cool Neutrals palette and now Lucid. This, honestly, it's kind of alarming to look at. So I don't even think I'm going to be keeping this. Although the packaging is cute as hell, it's really distracting. Like, I've used Lip Vault more than I've used this. This Soho Glam Collection. I bought this secondhand, not like secondhand used, but like secondhand new. And it literally still has a sticker on it. Well, like the stick from the sticker, but this is the Soho Glam Collection. I don't even know when they launched this, but it's got some colors. I bought this specifically for these two blues, this green, and then a pink, I think? Pink, I think. I'm just busting rhymes today. And then I kind of like this green too, and then this red, but like that's literally the only reason why I had it, and I did that for a makeup tutorial. And lastly, yes, this has been used. Oh, this is just the 100 color eyeshadow palette. I honestly am not the biggest fan of this. I find it actually pretty remarkably close to the Swear By It, even with like the color range, how it goes from like light to dark. The Swear By It palette definitely seems more like sturdy, and the Elle palette seems just really cheap, although this was quite a bit more expensive. I might keep both just because, again, I'm a hoarder and I have problems letting go. As for these ones, I Love You So Mochi, Pastel, Ultimate. I need something neutral, so I'm gonna keep this one. My Little Pony. Not too interested, to be honest. Oh, and then there's this one right here, which is just like, then let it go. I'm keeping this one until I can find out if it's cruelty free or not. This one, BH Cosmetics. So BH Cosmetics is cruelty free, but you know what? Let's give her a go. Then we have the pizza palette from GLAMLITE. The broken pizza palette from GLAMLITE. If you guys don't know my feelings about this, I'll leave it in the description box down below. I think I'm going to keep this strictly because it's a freaking pizza palette. Let's be honest. I'm going to display it, but I'm not going to like it. I'm going to like displaying it, but I'm not going to like it. And then the Pastel Goth. I tried and tried and tried to get this palette for literally years. It was always sold out on her website. It was always sold out every second party website I ever went to. And then finally I got my hands on it. And then she decided, funded it all the time. And I feel like I need to follow through. And it's just, she's cruelty free, but I can't support that.